Hi, I'm Bobby from SkateHut, and today I've got the pleasure to be here up in Manchester at Greystone Action Sports. And I'm joined here today by Tom Woods. And we're here at the IWS Sessions, which are going to be running every first Monday of every month. So, Tom, how are you doing?
I'm very well.
That's awesome to hear. And now, just to ask a little bit about the IWS Sessions, how long have you been involved with them?
So I've been working with IWS now a few months. They only launched a few weeks ago, but I've been involved with them pretty much since the start.
That's awesome to hear. And in regards to sort of like skating at sort of skate parks, how long have you been involved with that?
So I started in 2020. I picked a great year.
Yes.
So I actually had my first session here at Greystone. And then I was like, right, this is amazing. I ordered my original chair. I ended up breaking within like a year. So I've now got this one. But so I started then, and then COVID hit. That was a good one. And then I properly started in July with one of the amazing coaches that has now left Greystone, but Rob Sidlow. And yeah, I've been riding ever since, and I've been able to just progress as much as possible.
That's awesome to hear. And I mean, in regards to sort of like progression, what's your current favorite trick, and what tricks are you currently like working on at the minute?
Okay, so favorite trick, I mean, probably a one wheel. I'm really digging them at the moment. So it's actually quite interesting how this chair has changed my riding. It's designed for, unfortunately, the late Blake Simpson, but it was designed with him, and he was a very park rider.
Yeah.
So it's interesting being how that changes my riding, but for me, one wheel all the way.
Yeah.
What am I working on right now? A proper hand plant. Chair in the air above the ramp, hand on the floor. That's where I'm at right now. So, yeah.
That is awesome to hear. Now, obviously, you've mentioned this chair, and this is obviously your second chair, right?
Yes. So this is the second one. It's made in a place called Tehachapi in California. It's like 5 minutes away from Woodward. It's absolutely amazing. It's made by a guy called Tom Finch at Finch Adaptive Fabrications. And what's so great about it is, unlike other companies where you've got to pay for the whole warehouse and all the staff, Tom's just a guy. He makes it in his garage.
And obviously, on here, you can actually sort of see Finch's logo and, you know, his insignia on there as well. So, I mean, I absolutely adore gear of like all types, whether it's from skateboarding or like roller skates. What about this sort of second chair is kind of different and helps improve your riding that you were talking about?
So immediately, the main big difference is the seat. What's so good about it is it folds to your body. So if you think about it, most of the chairs are designed hard like that.
Yeah.
So if you get too small for it or too big, there's no adjustment. With this, it will physically bend depending on how tight it is, which means it molds around your body.
Yeah.
If I loosen it off, you can see.
It kind of looks like the sort of hard shell of like an inline roller skate. So like that kind of protection around your thighs.
It actually moves.
Yeah.
So when I'm riding, being able to actually, I'm like one with the chair, which I guess is what you want really.
Yeah.
So being able to just really pull it and being able to turn and flip or whatever I need to, this chair gives me that control, and it's just something you can't get with any other chair on the market.
And you were also mentioning obviously the suspension down here, which looks amazing.
So most chairs have double suspension, but they're designed with a vertical design. Now, the reason that isn't on this chair is it's literally the suspension off a mountain bike. It's rear mountain bike suspension.
Yeah.
That's designed to be on an angle like that underneath the seat. If you design it vertical, that's going to put stresses on it that it's not designed for, and it's not going to perform at its best. So with the single suspension on an angle like that, it means you get better performance than with the double suspension vertical.
Okay. So in regards to these events and other events that are happening, what are things that you're looking forward to happening within 2022?
So what I think everybody in the UK that rides WCMX right now is really excited just for the progression of the sport. IWS, the International WCMX Series, they're going to bring so much innovation with their competitions and the community events that they're planning. There's planned right now to be another 5 skate parks in the next few months before winter. Around the UK, and they're just waiting on charity status, but once they've got that, they're going to apply for funding, so there should be about 3 chairs at every major skate park around the UK. So right now, if you want to try it, other than what we're doing, it was like maybe every 2 years you could go and have a go, unless you knew someone in your area that did it that would let you borrow their chair.
Yeah.
That's not a way to grow a sport. You can't have it like that. So we'd really like to push it and push it hard, and also we'd like to focus on where we're pushing it. You know, there's a lot of promotion on places like BBC and things like that. But let's be honest, our main target audience for WCMX and all action sports aren't people watching the BBC. Most people who are looking at, you know, it's from like that range of 10 to 28 probably is your main target audience of people that are actually going to go, that's amazing, I want to try it. Yeah. And that's what they're really focusing on.
No, that is absolutely fantastic. And now, just to ask, I mean, are there anybody that's sort of like your inspiration for, like, you know, getting into the sport, and, you know, people that you admire, that you see pushing it and encourages you to push it more?
Oh, for sure. I mean, pretty much everybody in the WCMX scene. So I found out about WCMX in 2019 in December. I was on holiday and I saw this video and I was like, oh my God, that's the coolest thing ever. And I did a lot of watching, and I got back and I searched WCMX into YouTube and I watched every video there was. And eventually what convinced me was a video by a guy called Jonathan Stark, who's also known in the community as Fatboy. Yeah. And it was one of his videos from 2013, I think. And I watched that, and that's when I went, right, I'm doing it. This is what I'm doing. And now he's a part of IWS, and I've got to talk with him a lot. And I get to work with him a bit. I'm helping organise some of the sessions here at Greystone, and help be the messenger between IWS and all the skate parks. So I get to work with Fatboy now, which is, you know, an absolute dream. Yeah,
I can imagine that is an absolute dream. Lastly, are there anybody that you want to give sort of like shout outs to, or any sponsors or anything like that?
Yeah, well, of course, SkateHut for sponsoring the event. Thank you guys so much. It would not be possible without you. But also thank you to everybody at the IWS on-screen team. So that's Nathan, Fatboy, Kath, and Rob. You guys have all done amazing work on this. And yeah, thank you to Greystone. Thank you for everybody who rides WCMX, helping us get where we are now and helping us push it even more.
Awesome, folks. So there you go. That is an interview with Tom Woods. I've been Bobby from SkateHut, and thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and hit us in the comments if you want to know more. Take care.